Hi everyone. Thank you all for coming. This is a much better turnout than I ever dreamed of. I'm so excited to finally share this project with everyone. It's been a long time in the making. But first I want to invite all my fellow twins to come and join me up here as I speak. And then I'll say a couple words before we begin. So come on up.
Wow.
Is this gonna work for a photo?
We'll make it work. So my interest in the Holocaust studies began when I was 12 years old, and I went on a trip called the Mars Rubel Remembrance Journey, led by Michael Rubel. Michael started this trip in the late 90s to honor his father, Morris, who was a Holocaust survivor. On that trip 8 years ago, I met Fred, and we liked each other so much, we bonded that day that we became twins right there on the bus. As a twin, I visited Fred several times over the course of a few months, and in return, he told me his story. And he made me promise to tell that story in 2045. Those afternoons in the sunroom with my mom, Fred, and George, who thanks to Patty now lives in the elevator, it helped create an unbreakable bond between Fred and I. When I twinned with Fred, he made me promise to retell his story on the 100th anniversary of the end of the Holocaust. But I decided that's far too long to wait. With all the recent events and tragedies taking place in the world, we need to inject some hope. Stories like Fred's story are that kind of hope. I also promised him a video copy of the story 8 years ago, which was a tall order for a short 12-year-old, but I still made the promise. Last August, we went out to dinner with Fred and Patty and told him about the idea to make the movie. And it was no longer really just about the promise, but it was really about him this time. It represents his message, the impact he's had on so many lives, and the opportunity for the future generations of his family to know where they come from. But last but not least, it serves as a reminder that the Holocaust really did happen, and that's never going to change. We knew the film would be difficult to make, but we didn't know it would be so hard to convince Fred. At first, he didn't understand what he'd done to deserve it, so we decided we'd tell him. We started at the table by reminding him that he has 39 twins. He's been on over 80 Mars Rubel trips, has spoken at hundreds of schools, and at the restaurant last August, we even came up with the number that Fred has spoken to over 70,000 people at that point. Once we finished rattling off those staggering numbers, we had Fred on our side. Of course, though, with any movie, there's a lot of people to thank. So I'll start with the people here at Metro West Holocaust Council. Barbara, the twinning program's absolutely incredible. You've definitely left your mark on both myself and the community. Jackie and Jamie, you both keep this place running on a daily basis. There's no way this would function without you. Thank you for all you do. Joe Schreiber and Jessica Pizzo from Outpack Productions. These two are simply the best. They helped me turn my vision into a reality in August. And once we spoke about my idea, they were all in. They filmed it, edited it, and put this product out. This wouldn't have happened without them. Mom, Dad, Seth, you three are the best support system I could ask for. No matter what the idea is, you always have my back. Even when that crazy idea is to make a movie at home while I'm at college 250 miles away. You guys all mean the world to me. I'm happy to share this day with you three and every day. All my twins up here, thank you guys all for being awesome and taking initiative. Twinning with Fred is making us all upstanders. We decided not to just sit around, but to learn and use that knowledge to do good. Patty, we all love you. You're the best woman we could have asked for to help gather intel on Fred. Our big surprise could not have been pulled off without you. Patty's unfortunately unable to be here, but we're definitely thinking about her. At last but not least, Fred. Matt Fred Heyman. It's been an honor being your twin and making this film. I say it all the time, but you're not only my twin, you're my fifth grandparent. You're a huge reason for me being who I am today, so thank you. Hey, I finally made your movie, Fred. 8 years in the making. Fred, this film is for you, with lots of love and admiration. Your forever twin, Howard. So without further ado, actually, let's do the picture first.
Thank you, Barbara. Thank you for everybody here from the bottom of my heart. Some have come from very, very far, and I was totally surprised. Didn't expect anybody to show up. I should not be standing here. Howard, where is Howard? You should be standing here. Yes, it was your creation. Yes, he was this tall. He was not bar mitzvahed yet, and he was 12 years old. The first day he says, I'm going to make a movie. He said, sure, you make a movie. He came on a bus with this huge, humongous professional television camera. He took a lot of shots of the ceiling and the floor, a lot of shoes. The camera was old, was bigger than Howard was. Now he's taller than I am. Yes. About a year ago, we got together socially in a restaurant with Abby and Joe, his parents. And it was nice. It's nice seeing you guys again. We ought to, it's wonderful to be social about it. And Abby, his mother, says, well, that's not the only reason we're seeing you, Fred. I said, oh, here comes something else again. And that's when I was informed that you guys had something up their sleeve. You're gonna make a movie, so here we go again with making a movie, all right? Well, oh my God. They hired a director, Joe Schreiber, IPAC Productions. They have the photography man, Eon, and Jessica, and the sound man, and a lot of people behind the scene made a professional shoot what you saw here. Howard, I hope this is not going to be your only first movie. You've got a career in front of you. You did a great job. It was your idea that you put together from day one. You have changed my life. You have given me a wonderful gift, that not just to me personally, but what you've done for the Holocaust Council. That movie will be used, but I'm sure Barbara will see to that. Now, as long as I've got the moment on it, I've got to talk about Barbara Wynn. Yes, she was the person that 12 years ago said, Fred, you got to come out and speak. And I says, no, I'm not a survivor. So she convinced me I'm a survivor. I said, no, I was not in a concentration camp. You're a survivor. Yad Vashem has a definition, who's a survivor, and you fall in that category. And I did not know what I was agreed to. I was agreed to have my first twin, and we sat down, did our own thing, and I fell in love with that. That was my first twin, and since then, little Matt over here, he just spoke, is my 39th twin. And Matt, your cousin signed up yesterday. He says, in the synagogue, so help me, okay? Josh, it feels so good. Barbara changed my life. I did not talk about the Holocaust all my life. Who wants to hear? Well, it has to be heard. You know what's going on in the world. What Hitler did, what the Nazis did, you found out mostly afterwards. Nobody came back from the camps and told you the story, okay? Now you see it on TV what's happening, and it's horrible. So again, Let us not be bystanders, be upstanders. So that is now my passion, and I talk to many schools, and I want to continue that. And Barbara always calls on me when she runs out of a speaker. Okay, so we do that. And it's wonderful to be here. I thank Abby and Joel, and I thank your grandparents, and all the entire Goldberg family are wonderful, created Howard, the producer. You are the producer. It was your idea from day one before we ever met. That's what you wanted to do. What a wonderful mitzvah project you did. You twinned with me on that bus, and you twinned with Peter Fleischman on that bus. And we met separately, not the three of us together. You did a fantastic thing. I'm so proud of you, and I have so many twins that have done wonderful things. Way back there, I walked right by him. It's Dan Smith. You know, he's one of my very first twins. I think the idea even came what you did, probably because he rented a bus from home, okay? All right? What Dan did a year after his bar mitzvah, he said to all his friends, look, let's have an anniversary of my bar mitzvah. Do not bring me any presents. Write a check, and we'll go to the Holocaust Museum, and that's what he did. I don't know, were you on that bus, Howard? But there's such a connection there, so you had to come from there. So what you guys are doing great. Out there, right there. My 37th twin sat down and he brought his sister along, Pamela. And the second session, she said, she already twinned. She twinned with Olga Menzer over there, which is a survivor. Says, I want to hear the story again from somebody else. She came to my home, and at second meeting, she says, I'm going to bring you a surprise. She already was bar mitzvah. Now she's in Randolph High School, and she loves graphic design. She made that poster. I fell in love with that poster. I put her name on it, graphic design by Pamela Waldstein, and I put my sign on there, who I am, and I reduced it to a small business card. It's in my wallet. And I give it out, not en masse. I give it out when I see you just did an upstanding thing. Now join the team, become upstanders. What can you do as an upstander? Can you stop what's going on in the world? Yes. All you have to do is just do a good thing. And I like that demonstration I give you right now. You see a pencil on the floor. If you pick it up, there were many others that could have done this. But if you yourself picked it up, you became an upstander. And after a while, it grows on you. It's been growing on me. I go to ShopRite or Staples or Costco. They all have a name tag. As I walk in, there's somebody standing on the door and say, good morning, Janice, or whatever her name tag says. You know, I go to Costco very often. Maybe a second, third time, she knows my name, so that's you again. How are you today, friend? It's a good feeling, isn't it? Good feeling keeps you well. And it will fight bad things out there, that kind of energy. That's not my passion, as Barbara knows. I hope I didn't overlook anybody. Rabbi Pastor, thank you for being here. I have relatives came all the way down from Connecticut, and they're going to drive back tonight. Dan, he's going to Israel. And he has also been very active. I got the email from him, and he's continuing that. He is an upstander. Most of my twins are, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful. I thank you all so much for being here, and I'm just flabbergasted. Thank you. Thank you, Bobby. You changed my life.